So quite a while ago now, we got a Battlefield 4 patch which buffed the DMRs in the game. Now I believe the initial reason behind this is that DICE didn't feel enough players were utilising the DMRs in Battlefield 4. You found a lot of players either going for a sniper rifle, assault rifle or a PDW, and DMRs were very, very rare in the early stage of Battlefield 4 if you think back to those times. So it's believed they buffed them in order to try and get more players to use them. Now as a result, as well as being a pirate's favourite weapon, DMR, they're also everywhere. You know, you can't get into a single game without it sounding like a soundtrack from a fucking Star Wars film. It's like psh, 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 psh. So it has gone a little bit overkill, and it prompted me to make this little bit of satirical artwork, if you'd like to call it that. And if the reasons that people believe are true, you know, the reasons why they buffed them, it does make sense. It's something that DICE want to see people using more, to try and change up the battlefield, you know, make sure not everyone is using the same thing. But actually it's resulted in just that. There are so many DMR users now, and so many what are termed as DMR spammers, that the guns really do divide opinions. Some people love them and some people hate them. Now in some situations they are a bit overpowered because it is essentially a sniper rifle that gives the user the opportunity to miss a few shots but still get the kill. Now don't get me wrong, at close to medium range an assault rifle should always trump a DMR user, which it does unless you do get the one hit kill bug, which there's nothing you can do about that. It just happens. I've had it a few times where I've got the drop on somebody with an assault rifle and they've just turned around and one hit me with a DMR. That should not one hit kill you, so that again highlights one of the issues. But other than that, you can get the drop on a DMR player when you're close to them. But it does result in games like Team Deathmatch on, say, Caspian Border. Even on Battlefield 3 it often became a match of two halves. You know, the road would separate the two teams and they tended to fight across the road. And it sort of was all about who could be the best at sort of doing a sneaky flank around the outskirts and taking the team from behind with, say, a suppressed weapon. That was one of the ways to win a team deathmatch on Caspian Border, and that still can be the case on Battlefield 4, and it's why I'm enjoying it, because there's a bit of familiarity there. But the issue can lie when you get into a server that is very, very DMR saturated. Not all servers are full of DMR players, but in the case where it is, on something like Caspian Border, it really does show how much it can change the game. So you just end up having two teams of DMRs just fighting across the road and covering the two edges of the map, so you can't even go around the outskirts, because the second you bob out from behind some sort of cover, you've just got psh, 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 dead. So it's left a lot of people wondering what they should do with the DMRs. Should they be nerfed? Should they be left as they are and be accepted to be part of Battlefield? Because there are people that love them now. And there's extremes of opinion as well. There's people that say DMRs are just for snipers who are shit and can't use a sniper rifle. Other people are saying that they're hard to use, take some skill, and they're actually a really good weapon. Now, when I get into a game that's full of DMRs and I can't find myself able to do much about it with my assault rifle, because as you know, I love assault rifles, that's the way I like to play. I have occasionally gone, well fuck it then, I'll try it, see what all the fuss is about, and have had actually some difficulty using them. I do see the opinion that people have that they are difficult to get used to, because especially if you want to spam them, you do have to time your bullets because you have to wait for the recoil to cancel out. But I can also see the argument of the fact that they're overpowered and perhaps should need nerfing. You know, they're a very, very controversial weapon now. And if you have something like, say, an AUG or a SAR-21, you can take on someone with a DMR at a decent distance because those assault rifles have such good range. But the problem is, they just do more damage than the assault rifles. So unless you're at a close enough distance to be able to use the higher rate of fire, which over a long distance you aren't, you're going to struggle unless you can get the first couple of shots in. So it's left a lot of players confused and sort of wondering why these DMRs have been buffed. And I myself do wonder. I think it has been a little bit overkill. I understand that perhaps if they wanted to get more people to use them, buffing them was a good idea. It's a good way to get people to use them. It said, hey, these weapons you don't like, made them a little bit more powerful, give them another try. But I think they've gone a little bit too far, and to me, DMR spam can really ruin a game on Battlefield 4. And no doubt there'll be some people watching this video who love DMRs, and let me know if you are, let me know what it is about a DMR you like. I understand they can be quite hard to use, but as soon as you start getting those shots on someone, they're pretty much gone, because they do about, I think it's 45 max damage, so that's nearly half your health. If you hit them in the headshot, that's 90 health. With the one hit kill bug, you're pretty much fucked. But I'm not just here to moan about them, I'm here just to get a very, very general, rounded view from you guys about what you think should be done with the DMRs. Should they be left as they are? Should they be nerfed? Should Should there be some sort of limitation for the numbers in a match? I think that kind of thing is very unpractical to implement. But just let me know what you think should be done and what you think of the DMRs, whether you like them or hate them. It seems they're the only two schools of thought you can have at the moment. But in the meantime, if you did enjoy the video, please hit like and leave a comment. I'll also leave a Reddit link down in the description. If you'd like to upvote it, that would be very, very much appreciated. But in the meantime, you guys take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you all very soon.